Hello, you're watching Healthy Geeky Amber. I'm Amber. Ton of stuff to get through, y'all. Life has been interesting. So, first of all, I'm 13 weeks out from having vertical sleeve gastrectomy weight loss surgery, also known as VSG. I put up my stats right before this video, so you know I went down less than half a pound. But I was thinking about it. Let's say a girl is done growing by like high school, pretty much. I have been gaining weight since high school, just steadily gaining and spreading. And now it's half a pound, but it's better than continually going up. So I'm proud of myself for that. I am still aggravated. It is still annoying all that I've gone through to have such small gains. But in 1 week, I lost 6 pounds. And then the next week, which is this week, it was less than half a pound. But, I'm still proud of myself for keeping on, keeping on. But it was Shark Week this week. So because of that, I'm kind of, water and stuff. So let's see what happens next week. Now, there is a crap ton of stuff. Like I said, where do I start? So let's pick up with something that I talked about last week. Life is totally turned upside down, as DJ, not DJ Jerry, the Fresh Prince would say. My life got turned upside down. If you'll recall, go and watch my last episode. It was called like Constant Cravings or something like that. Y'all, I heard rewatching that, I realized that I do most of my stuff in the morning and afternoon, and then at 2 o'clock, I'm left to my own devices and I veg, basically. I do have, some VA stuff that I do, some virtual assistant stuff, some, calls that I have to make and calls I have to take, and some other things like side gigs that I do from home, but those are sporadic. And I was like, that cannot be. So I've been really getting into my self-help more and like putting it into action, not just multitasking while listening to audiobooks, but like taking notes, taking copious notes, rereading books sometimes, opening different files so I can, put all the notes together in one place and doing action items. So here is my new schedule. I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, but I go to bed at 10. So I get up at 5 in the morning. I don't set an alarm. I just get up. This morning was like 5:11, but basically I get up at 5. I plan my no, I work out, and then I plan my day. So I go through all the things I have to do in my organization thing. I use an organization thing called Trello. And so it just has all the stuff that I have to do. I've marked them with priority, and I just go through and I'm like, what from column A needs to put into the today column. And I just set up my whole day, plan it in the right order with like how my mood is and how my energy level is. So I have to do my studying and some of my reading in the morning and afternoon because my brain shuts down at 2, which is why I used to plan my day the way I did, because it's like it wasn't a good time for me to do writing. It wasn't a good time for stuff like that. So now I push the things that need less brain work at the end of the day. So then I study for my IT exam, which is going to be June 4th, 2020. Yeah, 2020. Ooh, y'all, I'm nervous. I'm super nervous. This stuff is really hard, but you might be hearing this, most of you are going to hear this in the future, past the date of that test, so hopefully it's all been good news. By the way, I don't know that I'm going to do this show every week. It's just with how my life is going and the trajectory that it's going and all that stuff, it's not serving me to do, like, this is still fun for me to do, but it's not serving me to put as much work as it takes to put into this. Because, editing takes time, the thumbnail takes time, the show notes take time, like things take time. And it's not the hardest job in the world, but it is a job and I'm not getting paid. And anyhow, so for right now, it's not going to be every week, but don't go away. I'm not stopping. New thing in my life, drumroll please. I'm sure I don't have that sound effect, so make it yourself. I am getting into public speaking. So I've been doing presentations and workshops and things like that over the years. But now I want to make an actual go of it. And right now, my first topic is going to be mental health and technology. Now, I'm sure that there's somebody at MIT that's building a robot that'll sniff out bipolar disorder and a microchip that'll cure anxiety. That is not what I am talking about. I am talking about regular, everyday people using technology in their life, be they high tech or low tech. So I'm talking, I have things if you have, a flip phone and stuff, if you have, fancy pants computers, or if you have a Kindle Fire. So no matter what your back, basically, if you can see this, then you have access to the technology that can help you with mental health. And I'm not talking about online therapy, and I'm not talking about mood tracking apps or like meditation apps. This is a whole other thing. This is some other stuff. Okay, so I'm going to talk about some of it on this show. I'm going to do some talks about it, maybe do some workshops. And I look forward to talking about it because I don't believe I've talked about it very much, but I know I've talked about having bipolar disorder, but it's gotten really bad. I've been to the emergency room and I voluntarily went to a psychiatric hospital. It's not something I'm proud of. Well, no, I am proud of it. It's something I'm not ashamed of, but I am proud that I needed help and I got it. And I didn't have to do it involuntarily. And so I'm going to talk about the journey from there. That was one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life, and just how my life has been going up and up since then, and how there have been things in technology, some things you may not have thought of, that have really helped me with coping mechanisms, self care, and communicating and reaching out to other people in a way that's feels safe for me and something that I can handle. So look forward to that. Writing. I'm going to do some writing about the same topic. All right. I do emails in the afternoon. So I'm still doing the schedule now. Back to the schedule. I do emails in the afternoon. So I don't check my email until the afternoon. And when I do, unless I need to like write an email, and then sometimes I'll like accidentally see something. It's like, well, I'll reply real quick. But that's time that's taking away from writing for a project or reading something or doing some studying. So I really try to, stay, true to that. Then I have chores and errands. Chores makes it sound like I'm 12, but unloading the dishwasher, changing the litter, food prep and stuff like that. So all of that I do at the same time. And by errands, nobody freak out. We're still in coronavirus quarantine mode. And I had to go to the post office yesterday. And so stuff like that. Or if I had to get medication, for right now, I get it delivered. But if for some reason I needed to get it sooner than, 3 days, then I would go pick it up, but only at that point. And self-help stuff, listening to some podcasts, some audiobooks, or reading a book, but I do it on Kindle Fire, so I can turn it into an audiobook with the text to speech feature. And that's been handy as all get out. And so, okay, I'll just give you one of my quick tech tips. So what I do is I have a Kindle Fire. I use the Kindle Fire to turn a book into an audiobook with text to speech, like I said. And I'll have on my computer, I'll open up the same book, and that is where I highlight and make notes so that I don't have to stop the audiobook as I go. I can just go at the same pace. But the audiobook Kindle reads way faster than I do. So it works out for me. Self-help, and then I'm in Toastmasters, so it's only once a week. I might join another group, but I have a Toastmasters on Friday nights, and this might be a time where I work on some speeches and stuff. I don't know. I'm probably going to do that in the morning. But then at night, I watch maybe an hour and a half of TV, and I love TV, and we're still haven't run out of TV yet. Like there are still shows that are in the can that haven't been released yet. So there's still live TV out there. So I've made a agreement with myself that I will only, if it's not the hour and a half at the end of the day, I go to bed at 10. So if it's not the hour and a half at the end of the day, then the only way I'll watch TV is if I'm having like I'll sometimes take Sunday off or Saturday off. But other than that, I'll have to be doing something else like working out. And that's just the way that my life needs to go. I really need to move forward. I need to not loaf for hours a day. And I like this. I like this new thing. I like what I'm learning from all of these books and putting speeches together and stuff like that. And yeah, that's what I've been doing. And I'm really proud of myself, like I said. Um, and it's just from doing, see, it's just from doing this show. Doing this show, I realized how much time I waste. And also, doing all this self help stuff made me realize the role I want this show to hold in my life. So I would love to keep in contact with you. That there's plenty, I will make room for that on my schedule. I'm not going to check my email until afternoon, and I check it, at night if I'm not doing something better. But yeah, this feels good. This feels really good to set goals, short-term goals, longer-term goals, and a lot of people would say, oh, it's ridiculous. You're starting public speaking when there's no public. But I'll do virtual stuff. I've got ideas and I've got plans. Don't you worry about me. So that is what's going on with your girl. So feel free to Facebook. No, do not Facebook me at all. You can Twitter me. That doesn't sound right at all. On Twitter, I'm healthy. No, I'm Health Geek Amber. I'll put it. I'll put it somewhere. And I'm also on Instagram. I'll use that more later on. Right now, it's mostly my cat, and my weight charts. It'll get more adventurous later on. It'll get more fun later on. But you can check me out there, and I would love to hear from you. You can put it in the comments, but community is a big thing for me, especially now. So I would love to hear from you. I don't know if I've said it enough. I've said it like 5 times in the last minute, but I would love to hear from you. So that is that for me, and I don't know how to end these things. Bye.